Hey everyone, this is your girl Sharifa, aka Shree, and welcome to the I'm Good podcast, or in better words, the I Feel Good podcast. If you are new here, welcome to the family. This is a podcast where I explore topics on mental health, physical health, nutrition, and everything in between. So if you're trying to get right and stay right mentally, this is definitely the place you want to be. And wait, before I begin, here's some quick info. Why did I name this podcast I'm Good? Simple. Because as people from a cultural standpoint, whether we are down or happy, our favorite response to friends, families, or strangers is I'm good, even if we're not. It's completely normal not to feel happy all the time, but in the midst of whatever you go through, the saying I'm good can elaborate to so many different meanings. So yes, this is the place to be whether you are down, happy, excited, and everything in between. I'm here to dish out knowledge, talk about current topics, and of course, lift you up. So feel free to go ahead and subscribe, share this podcast, leave a review, and tell a friend. Now let's go ahead and get started on today's show. Hey guys, if you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. And let me explain to you really quick. First of all, for starters, it's free. Yes, I said it's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. And I know most of you guys have a phone or computer, so it's so easy. Anchor will also distribute your podcast for you. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So make sure you download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Hey everybody, welcome back to the I'm Good podcast. I'm your host Shree, and if you are new here, what's good? What's poppin'? Thank you so much for tuning in and joining me on today's episode. And for my I'm Good fam, which is my returning listeners, my family, what's good? What's poppin'? Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode. Listen, y'all, today is Christmas Eve, y'all. Christmas Eve. If you made it to today, just be thankful. Listen, y'all, I'm telling y'all, like, sometimes I really be telling myself, like, just take the time, because I feel like even me, a lot of times I'm doing so much stuff, like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but we just really need to take the time right now just to be thankful that we are here no matter what you're going through. We are all going through something. Remember that. I don't care who you are. None of us are perfect. We're all going through something. But basically, how we deal with it is basically how whatever we're going through is how we deal with it. It's our mindset. Because there's some people where you might feel like you're in a bad situation right now, but there's someone that's in a worse situation than you. So I just say all of this, just to say thank you. Just be thankful and be in the present, because I'm the type of person, y'all, where I am like somewhere in the future, or sometimes I be in the past. But I just really, really want to also thank you guys so much. Oh my gosh. I could cry. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to the I'm Good podcast. We are about to hit 2 years, y'all. 2 years nonstop. Like, this is crazy. And like what I have planned for this podcast is like beyond me. So get ready for overflow. Get ready for abundance. Not only for this podcast, but for you. So whatever's going on in your life, listen, get ready. It's coming. It's coming your way. Whatever you pray for, whatever you wish or manifest for, is coming your way. And that's on period. So I just really want to thank you guys. You guys are my Christmas present, because I love all my wonderful listeners. I really, really do, and I really appreciate it. So I just really want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. If you don't listen to the podcast episode next week, understandable. But I will, yes, as of right now, there's gonna be an episode next week for New Year's Eve. But I want to wish all of you guys a Merry Christmas. So today's podcast episode will probably be, I will say, kind of short and brief. I don't know. I always say that, but with me, I'm a talker, so by the time I say it's going to be short and brief, I'm looking up like, wait a second, it's a lot longer than I thought. But as always, this podcast is sponsored by www.allthingsshri.com. That is my online store where I have apparel that is meant to motivate, inspire, and encourage you to be the best person to have a confident mindset. So make sure you guys go ahead and check that out. So use promo code GoodFam to get 10% off your entire order. So make sure you guys go ahead and do that. Also, too, if you have not done so, if you're listening to this on an Apple device, and you listen to this through Apple Podcasts, make sure you guys go ahead and leave a rating and review. That will be a wonderful gift. So if you're trying to figure out like, how can I give Sheree, or how can I give back to this podcast, go ahead and leave a rating and review. If you want to leave a rating, that's fine. If you want to leave a review, all you have to do is swipe down to the end of the podcast, and it'll have some stars, and then also says write a review. It's very, very simple. So that will be greatly, greatly appreciated. If you are listening to this on another platform, you can still do the same thing. Each platform is different. So, feel free to like, however you want to leave a rating or review or comment, whatever, that's fine. But for Apple Podcasts, I know it's just a rating review if you just slide up and scroll down. So, yes, if you guys can do that. Also, if you have not done so, make sure you guys go ahead and check out the midweek roll call. If you're unsure of what that is, I'm not going to spoil it. I'm going to let you go ahead and check it out. So make sure you guys go ahead and check out the midweek roll call. Hopefully, it helps you because, like I said, it helps me. So that's why I do it. And as always, make sure you guys go ahead and share this podcast. Feel free to share this podcast on your social media accounts. Share it by word of mouth, share it through text, share it through email, whatever it may be. Make sure you guys go ahead and share this podcast. And like I always say, I just definitely hope that each week you guys get something out of this podcast, whether it's just like maybe one little thing or maybe it's the quote of the week. Whatever it may be, I hope you guys definitely get something out of it. So today's episode, like I said, today is Christmas Eve, and I want you guys to enjoy your holiday. So this one won't be too long, but I just wanted to talk about, today's topic. I want to talk about the gift of health. The gift of health. So, right now we're in a season of giving. Christmas is tomorrow. And I think a lot of times we kind of overlook our own health. I know I do. We tend to give back to so many other people, but we overlook our own health. And we often don't appreciate our health until we get sick. And especially right now, it's a big, cold and flu season. And it's like, everybody's like, oh, wow, now I really appreciate my health now that I'm sick, whatever. And I'm guilty of that. I'm guilty. I'm the type of person, like, when I'm sick or I'm not feeling well, I'm like, oh my God, like, I wish I was better, because if I was better, I would be doing this, this, and that. But we have to start appreciating the gift of health. And there's a lot of reasons why we should appreciate it. There's a lot of things that we can do, and I talk about it all the time on this podcast. But this also goes for me as well. Like, we have to start taking care of ourselves better. Like, it's okay, to give back and take care of others, but can we really truly give our best self if we're not at the best level for our own self? So I really want to talk about the gift of health and why it is so beneficial. So like I said, today's podcast is just an easy listening. Like I said, like I always say, or do I always say it? I know I used to say it, but, feel free to take notes, do whatever you got to do. Listen to it while you're wrapping gifts, if you're a last minute shopper, whatever it may be. But I want to talk about the benefits of taking care of your health. So one of the first benefits is longevity. So when you actually do stuff to take care of yourself, to take care of your body, take care of your mental health. And I'm a very big advocate on mental health. I believe that mental health is the root of everything. And a lot of people don't understand this, but stress can cause sickness, stress can cause diseases. And if you are already sick, that's one thing. But actually being stressed out about being sick can make you sicker and make your immune system weaker. So even if you are sick, whatever, say things like, I am strong, I am healthy, I am better, I feel better. Even if you're sick right now, if you have a disease or whatever it may be, say, I am strong, I'm resilient. Say things to yourself that's going to make you stronger. And I guarantee y'all, I swear to God, I am living proof. I am like big on affirmations, and I still don't say them every day. But like when I can remember, I'm like, okay, say your affirmations. But if you really just do reverse psychology, like, I am strong, I am going to live a long life, I'm going to be here. You can say for my grandchildren, I'm going to be here for my children, I'm going to be here for my husband, wife, sister, brother, whoever it may be. Speak positivity over your life. If there's nothing that you get from this, going forward and to go into 2022, speak positivity over your life. We gotta take out negative self-talk. Like, I told myself, I was like, let me try to maybe go one day without complaining. Like, there is power in our words, and we have to be careful about what we talk about. but about the things that we say to ourselves that's negative. But one of the benefits of taking care of yourself is longevity. You can live a longer life. And no, obviously none of us know how long we're going to be here. But while you're here, you might as well feel good and look good and all of the above. So you want to take care of your health. And that could be from, eating the right foods. That could be maybe you've seen a therapist. Maybe you're watching things that, help boost your mind, or, things that make you feel good. Maybe you're watching a comedy, whatever it may be. Hence, which I think is very important, to watch something funny to kind of get your brain moving. But yeah, so that's one benefit of, having good health is longevity. Also too, overall, it just makes you feel good. Like, just think about it. When you work out, I've never went to the gym and was like, yo, I should have never worked out. Unless obviously I broke something, like did injure myself, whatever it may be. But when I leave the gym, I'm like confident. I be like, yo, I be ready to take on the world. So when you take care of yourself, you feel good. You look good. Like you just have a different vibration about yourself. And have you ever seen someone that's like really, really fit? And like sometimes I'll do this to myself as well. Like I might see somebody that's like really, really fit, and like I might be like, dang. Like I'll kind of like lack confidence, because I'm like, yo, like look at him. He looks so like, he looks so fit. Or look at her, she looks so fit. And like you kind of be like, geez, I need to get like that, or I need to do what they do. But there's really something about when you work out and take care of yourself, even if you don't have a six-pack or abs, nothing like that, just you working out will boost your confidence to another level. And I know we're walking into January, where it's a time where everything is like new year, new me, whatever, which is fine. One thing I told myself is like, I always see that new year, new me, which is fine, but you actually have to have goals, and you have to have a main goal and separate it into small goals in order for you to achieve whatever it is. Because best to believe, whoever is listening to this, you listen to this, I believe that you can achieve whatever goal you have. I believe I can achieve whatever goal I have. I know it's possible. But a lot of times when we have resolutions or whatever, we have like such a big goal that we don't break it down. But I strongly believe that whatever your heart desire, you can get, but you just have to break it down so that you can, one, actually do it, and then two, also envision it. Sometimes, like me, I'm a person where I have huge goals, and like it's crazy. Like when things start happening and rapping for me, it's like, oh my God. But I'm a person that has such huge goals that when I see it, sometimes I'm like, whoa, how am I going? But it's like, no, sis, like you can do it. You just have to break it down. So, giving yourself the gift of health will make you feel good. It'll make you look good. And looking good is not even just so much on the outer. You'll feel like you look good in the inner. Like that, what people don't understand, or a lot of people don't understand, is that really is working on your inner, because how you work on your inner, your mental health, eating right, the things that you do in your inner will come out in your outer. I feel like society has it backwards. We think your outer will work on your inner. Oh, if on the outer, if it looks like I have money, or if I wear this or I wear that, people gonna think I'm this type of person. A lot of people that are flashy or just, do this and that are unhappy inside. So for me, I told myself, I'll get to the outer. I will get there. But the best thing for me to do right now is to work on my inner. So I'm saying to you, it's best to work on your inner health, because in the long run or short term, it's going to spill out in your outer health. Have you ever seen somebody, like I seen someone and I'm like, yo, she has such a good spirit, or he has such a good spirit. That's inside. You don't see spirit on the outside. Like you don't actually see it, but it's something within them. So if that's something else that you feel like you struggle with, like, just trying to get your inner self together, or finding inner peace, maybe that's another goal that you can have for 2022. Just write that down. Maybe you want to work on inner peace, self-care. I know we talk about that a lot. Self-love. Listen, just write it down, and write down things that you can do to get yourself to that level. Also, too, another benefit of, making sure that you stay healthy and just on top of your health is, you'll feel much stronger. So when you feel much stronger, you'll have more energy to do things. You're going to want to do things, and you also will just feel good. So, like I said, today's podcast episode is really, really short. But I wanted to come to you guys anyways on Christmas Eve, because I want to wish you all of my I'm Good fam and my new listeners, a Merry Christmas. I had to do that. Can't leave you guys hanging. Listen, like I said, we've been rocking with this podcast every single week. So I'm like, I can't leave you guys hanging. But I really want to talk about, since we're in the season of giving, the gift of health, and why it is so important, to make sure that you give yourself the gift of health. It's okay to give back to other people, but make sure that you give back to yourself, and not just material things. These things that I'm talking about are things that you can do for yourself in your inner self, not outer self. It's one thing to have material things, but it's just abundance when you can just have inner health, inner health, inner peace, and just inner love, just all of that. Material things are nice, but my thing is like, I just want to be right. I want to be good spirited. I want to be in my right mind. Just so many things that we take care of. So I just really want to talk about, the importance of the gift of health and having good health. So this week's quote of the week is, fall in love with taking care of yourself. Once again, this week's quote of the week is, fall in love with taking care of yourself. All right, I'm good, fam. We are now at the end of this week's show, and I hope this information was helpful, insightful, and everything in between. Do not forget to go ahead and subscribe to the I'm Good podcast. Share this podcast. Yes, y'all, share it all over your social media accounts. Leave a review and tell a friend. As always, thank you guys so much for listening, and I will see all of you beautiful people next week. And as always, I hope you guys, everyone that is listening, have a Merry Christmas. I hope you get everything that you requested and more, okay? Not just what you got, but and more. And I hope that you all have, good health. I hope, I'm sending warm hugs and warm wishes to every single person that is listening. So I will see all of you beautiful people next week. Bye-bye.